The landscape of human sexuality underwent profound changes in the mid-20th century, driven by groundbreaking research and shifting societal attitudes. At the forefront of this transformation was American biologist Alfred C. Kinsey, whose pioneering surveys on sexual behavior redefined our understanding of sexual relationships. Supported by the National Research Council's Committee for Research on Problems of Sex, Kinsey published his findings into landmark works, Sexual Behavior in the Human Male in 1948 and Sexual Behavior in the Human Female in 1953. Kinsey and his team conducted extensive interviews with approximately 20,000 men and women between 1938 and 1956, aiming to uncover the intricacies of their sexual practices and orientations. His findings revealed a surprising overlap in sexual orientation and challenged the rigid distinctions between heterosexuality, homosexuality, and bisexuality. Kinsey introduced the Kinsey Scale, a sliding scale of sexual orientation that illustrated that most people fit somewhere in between the extremes of heterosexual and homosexual. He argued that sexual behavior was not solely dictated by biology, but was also shaped by cultural and social influences. Despite facing criticism, Kinsey's work ignited a seismic shift in beliefs about sexual behavior, laying the groundwork for future discussions about sexuality. In Britain, a smaller yet significant survey was being conducted simultaneously. The Mass Observation Unit, established in 1937 by Tom Harrison, Charles Madge, and Humphrey Jennings, aimed to gather insights into everyday life through the experiences of around 500 volunteers. By 1949, they sought to explore sexual attitudes in their own version of a little Kinsey report. The Mass Observation Survey involved a cross-section of 400 individuals from a broader pool of 2,000, primarily targeting middle-class citizens, including clergymen and educators. Participants were encouraged to keep diaries and respond to questionnaire about their sexual attitudes. While the survey was less ambitious than Kinsey's, it offered a unique perspective by emphasizing not just actions, but also the discussion surrounding sex. The findings revealed that many respondents acquired their sexual knowledge from informal sources, with 25 out of every 100 citing street corners or workplaces. A significant majority, 76%, supported sex education, with over half advocating for it to begin between the ages of 11 and 14. Women expressed a desire for earlier education due to concerns about unwanted pregnancies and the associated stigma. Despite the rising awareness of birth control, confusion persisted. Many respondents had limited understanding, with 8% unaware of what birth control entailed. Interestingly, even among Roman Catholics, over one-third expressed support for some form of contraception, highlighting a shift in attitudes toward family planning. The survey also captured personal narratives that illustrated the emotional complexities surrounding sexual relationships. One young man, serving in the Royal Engineers during World War II, documented his courtship struggles in a diary. He expressed anxiety about approaching his girlfriend about intercourse, reflecting the awkwardness and uncertainty that many young couples faced. His decision to purchase contraceptives marked a significant moment in his journey, symbolizing a shift towards greater responsibility in sexual relationships. Despite the evolving discourse around sexuality, significant gaps in sexual knowledge remained. This ignorance contributed to sexual problems and discomfort, particularly among young couples. However, The introduction of the contraceptive pill in the 1960s would revolutionize sexual relationships. The pill provided women with unprecedented control over their reproductive health, freeing them from the constant worrying of unwanted pregnancies. With this newfound freedom, individuals began to explore their sexuality more openly, leading to a broader acceptance of behaviors previously considered taboo. The pill not only transformed personal relationships, but also had far-reaching implications for gender roles and societal expectations. As the sexual revolution unfolded, researchers William Masters and Virginia Johnson emerged as pivotal figures in the study of human sexuality. Their works, Human Sexual Response and Human Sexual Inadequacy, published in 1966 and 1970 respectively, offered comprehensive insights into sexual behavior, intimacy, and patterns of sexual response. They provided a framework for understanding heterosexual behavior that emphasized communication and mutual satisfaction.